welcome back. Just a quick channel update for you guys. We are home from Canada and we had the most glorious time. I think Canadians are right up there with Mexicans as far as warm, hospitable, welcoming, proud of their country, and just all around pretty amazing folks. So for those of you who have never visited Canada, I highly recommend it. It was an extraordinary place. I have a ton of footage from the trip that I'd like to put together, and I didn't do it really themed. I did it more vlog style, so you'll just get to see like a day in the life of, and just random things that we did while we were up there and things we got to see. So I'm excited to put those videos together for you. A few things. I did 4 clues for my secret sister. Many of you guessed right off the bat. So that was fun for us because I thought it would be a little harder, but you guys are smarter than I thought. So I went ahead and just filmed those and released them. I scheduled them all in succession. So some of you said I was milking it and too many clues, but I mean, that's just the way it happened. Some of you needed more than 1 clue and some of you did not. So stay tuned for further updates on that collaboration. I've got actually trip planned and another art class that I want to do in Missouri. So I will be traveling for that, and I'll bring you guys along just to help me get prepared and get back into my painting mojo, because it's been a couple years. And painting for somebody else, I've never painted for anyone else. So it's like, pressure. But I'm going to enjoy the process, so I want you to come along. And now that we're home, I've got a fun collaboration in the works with one of your favorite channels. Hint, hint. So my brother and I are we've been getting together and doing a little filming, and so those videos are going to be edited and released this week. So you'll have that to look forward to. And we did have a tragedy last night. Glenn went outside. It was almost dusk, and I have the automatic door on the coop, so the chickens go in and then the door shuts after them. Well, there was a dog in the coop and he killed several of my chickens, and it was the neighbor's dog. The neighbor is away on vacation and their kids are there, and you know, teenagers just let the dog go, and he came up here and I think we lost 4 birds. One of them was missing last night and she just showed up today. Sadly, Little Cheeks, my newest one, didn't make it, and my rooster is missing, and I think he did not make it, and I'm heartbroken because I love that little Mr. Rooster Man. He's the sweetest boy. So that's super sad, but it's just the way it is. It's the price of freedom here on our little farm, because it's not worth having animals, for me at least, if I have to keep them locked up. So occasionally something like this does happen. And yeah, sad. So this spring our flock is dwindling. It's getting smaller and smaller. So I'm going to have new babies coming, which is super exciting. And I've also, I'm going to be having a surgical procedure on my hips. I have a degenerative genetic condition where I've got arthritis and degeneration and torn labrum, torn gluteus medius, and my left hip is really diseased to the point where I can't really walk. And so it's been several years in the making. I was a runner for my whole life, and that coupled with my physiology, I'm hyper flexible, and so my joints are a lot looser than some people, and I have a lot more range in my joints. And so that coupled with aging and predisposition and spending a whole lifetime on it running, I've basically just worn out my hip. So I'm faced with the option of getting a new hip, which to me spent my whole life protecting and preserving my body, so signing up electively to go have it hacked on just seems so barbaric to me. So I'm trying to get past that and into a space where I can be really grateful for technology and the fact that this exists and this is an option. So instead of getting a new hip, I'm only 43, and that just I can't still wrap my mind around the fact that my hip is worn out. But I'm going in for an experimental procedure. It's a stem cell procedure, and there's a doctor here in Portland, and from my research there's about 4 doctors in the United States that are doing this particular approach to stem cells. There's a lot of stem cell therapy being used for joints, growth factor, PRP, all of these different modalities that help our body heal itself, which is really amazing. The procedure that I'm having done is they're going to go into the top of my iliac crest and extract bone marrow. They're extracting fat, adipose tissue, as well as blood. The whole concoction is going to be sent through some sort of centrifuge thing and spun out. So I have a condensed, basically, mixture of 3 different kinds of stem cells from my own body, and then that will be injected into the hip joint. Now, the procedure is not a big deal. I think it's an out-of-patient, like, same-day thing. However, the recovery is really long. I am supposed to be non-ambulatory for 3 weeks. I've never gone 3 weeks in my life without walking, so I don't know what that's going to look like. And I don't know. Maybe I'll have to just make a whole bunch of videos and schedule them so they come out while I'm resting. But my main concern is getting well and letting my hip basically, hopefully, regrow and regenerate some new tissue. Right now, it's really painful. So the only thing that I can do to mitigate the pain is physical therapy, and that's just strengthening everything around that hip so that it's not loose and I'm not like scraping the cartilage and stuff, because the labrum has a lot of nerve endings, and that on my labrum is shredded. The doctor said it looks like Swiss cheese. So it's really gruesome, and it's a bummer, but it's gotten so bad that I have to do something about it. So that is a little update on me and what's going on. I've never really had a medical procedure, so I'm irrationally afraid, but I have lots of good love and support in my life, so I know it's fine. I'm just being a baby. So what's next? Oh, Violet Enfleurage. Many of you have been waiting 2 years for part 2, which is crazy. So I'm filming that today, and you'll get to see the second part of how to make perfume from violets. Now, this is going to be an ongoing series, so there'll be part 3 and likely part 4, because it takes several weeks for each of these parts to come together. But that is in the works. We're home and it's violet season, and I can get back to that video. So yeah, that's what's new, that's what's happening, that's what's been taking my focus and attention. Stay tuned this week for some Wranglerstar collaborations I'm very excited about, and I'll also be revealing more about my secret sister coming up in the next couple weeks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.